10 ways to invest $100 in 2023. Imagine how much money you would have made if you invested $100,000 back when Google was just getting started. Now that train has passed and you have a spare $100 right now and want to invest it in something. But in what? Where could you put that money so that it can work for you? David Charitod did exactly what you didn't do back when Google was just starting out, and now his net worth is over $6 billion. So don't wait anymore and let's find something you could invest in right now and count stacks of cash in a few years. And the best thing is that you don't need to invest a large amount as David did. $100 is more than enough to get started. Let's jump right in. Did you know that 1,700 people in the US are becoming millionaires every single day? And why not be one of them? In this video, I'm gonna present you the different things that you can invest in, and choosing one of them is gonna bring you a huge step closer to becoming a millionaire. Number 1. Start a business. This sounds so unreal because all you have to invest is $100, but it's actually pretty easy, and yes, it is possible and it is not a scam. We are taught throughout our whole lives that starting a business requires a large amount of money, significantly more money than $100. But believe it or not, there are quite a lot of businesses that you can start with a $100 bill actually. For example, you could buy lawn mowers and start a side hustle by cutting your neighbor's grass. You can also start a YouTube channel on any topic you like and have knowledge about, and again, this also doesn't require more than $100. You already have your phone, you have natural lighting, and all you need is a mic that will help you produce clear, good quality sound. There are some great free video editors like iMovie that you can use in the beginning, and then when you start earning, you could invest in a better one that requires a subscription. If you don't want to mess with YouTube, that's also totally fine because there are a lot of other online businesses you could start with this amount of money, like online courses. Let's say you can play an instrument, or you speak a foreign language, or maybe you're an expert in Photoshop. You can turn all of these into an online course which you will then sell over and over again. You also don't need to invest in a website because there are so many platforms nowadays where you can promote your online business that it's a shame you haven't started it sooner. Number 2. Trade stocks. The stock market is a real thing whether you want to believe it or not. So many people keep watching videos or reading about the stock market, hoping to start investing one day. And I'm wondering why the heck you haven't done it yet. Come on. I mean, if you haven't bought a single stock yet, then the world of the stock market is probably quite ambitious to you. But the reality is that a lot of things start getting clear once you actually start it. When you are trading with real money, you will be much more careful and cautious since your money is at stake. The point isn't to turn that $100 into 1,000, but to experience the market. You will find yourself learning about many different companies, analyzing their financial statements, and investigating everything about them before you decide whether they're worth investing in. Number 3. Invest in books. The greatest investment of them all is to invest in knowledge. You may have always had great grades and were always one of the best students, and all of that is great, but it's always good to change a perspective, which is literally what's gonna happen once you start investing in your knowledge outside of school. That's why this book investment is so great, since reading different books will teach you ways to make a lot of money, how to behave in the business world, and how to do business in the first place. You'll learn what it takes to be a good business owner and later employer and leader, how the stock market works, how online and offline businesses work, and most importantly, what you need to change step by step to get closer to reaching your financial goals in the shortest period of time. Number 4. Buy and sell. The reason most people don't make millions is simply that they don't know how. They're so drained into the system that they haven't made a single penny outside their job and don't have even basic business experience. What you need to understand is that business is basically all about selling. In fact, most businesses don't even produce their own products. They simply buy products from a supplier and sell them for a greater price. And the process is way more simple than you think. It is just a bit hard to implement sometimes. But the best thing that the modern world has given us is the internet, which can not only teach you everything about anything, but you can also operate your business through it. The best way to get started in buying and selling is to open an eBay store and use it to learn the way this business model works. You won't need to invest more than $100, and maybe not even that, and you'll learn the way business works and then implement that knowledge in your next business. Some of the things you'll learn are the core of having a successful business, such as the way to analyze the market, learn how to determine who your potential customers will be, ways to deal with clients, and so on. Number 5. Learn a valuable skill and then earn from it. Similar to investing in books, one of the greatest things you could do with your $100 is to invest it into learning a valuable skill that you will later sell and make money from it. Remember, there's always a demand for workers of any skill, especially digital ones. So if you, for example, invest in learning how to edit photos or videos, maybe learn how to do copywriting, learn how to code, or maybe how to do UI/UX design, it is a safe path to success. Although the market seems overflown with all these people offering their skills, there's always a demand for more. There are more content creators than ever, and the internet will only continue to flourish, so learning anything really that has something to do with it will certainly provide you millions over time. Number 6. Flipping items. You may think this is the same as purchasing and selling, but apart from having to buy something in order to sell it for a greater price, it's totally different because when you're flipping items, you're basically selling singular second-hand items, whereas when you're buying and selling, then you're dealing with new items that you have a stock of. Thrifting has always been there, and the Gen Z has made it even more popular, and in fact, very cool. Fashion cycles are a real thing, and frequently you can find old second-hand things that are now being released as totally new items, and this especially is the case with luxury brands. But what these brands don't want you to know is that if you keep things from 10, 20 or 30 years ago, their value increases over time. This basically means that you can buy something from a thrift store and also add things from your own home or closet and then flip them for far more than what you initially paid for them. The price will still be lower than buying a new item, but as people tend to find shortcuts all the time, it's more likely they'll buy the product from you if it's in a good condition than go purchase a completely new exact same item. There's some really cool stuff that you can flip on eBay and Craigslist for a profit, and $100 is plenty to get started. You could buy phones, game consoles, trading cards, electronics, basically whatever you can, and then flip it for a profit, again using Craigslist or eBay. Number 7. Affiliate marketing. We've all heard of it many times, and it's when you promote someone else's product and then get a commission whenever someone purchases it by clicking on your affiliate link. This method is believed to be a scam by many, but it is in fact legit and can earn you lots of money. This method is great, especially among content creators or anybody who has a good following on social media, because you can put this link in every post's description, in the description of your YouTube videos, or in social media bios. So whenever someone visits your profile, they'll see the link and probably click on it and end up purchasing the product. Number 8. Buying dividends. This is great for all of you that are looking for a simple and easy way of earning passive income, as you literally do nothing besides collecting money. This method certainly won't make you rich, but is a great side hustle to add to your initial earnings. Earnings from buying dividends will also definitely be enough to lay the groundwork from which you'll be able to build, and here's how to do it. First, you buy a stock. But this doesn't mean that if you, for example, buy a stock from Apple, that you're gonna be earning a portion of their profit. It'll actually be a form of a dividend. Now, not all companies pay dividends, but when they do, the range usually goes between 1 and 10%. This is definitely gonna be the easiest way you made money in your life, and the benefit from an investment standpoint is that you'll be able to receive a predictable cash flow on a regular basis without having to sell any shares. This will also give you some leftover money that you could then use to buy even more stocks, which will then make you even more money. Number 9. Index funds. This is basically a big basket of stocks that you could buy into for a low price, and you'll then own a small piece of everything. This is good because if you were to buy an individual stock at all these companies, it would not only cost you way more but would also be a logistical nightmare. And the index fund was created to avoid that struggle. It was created as a way to track the entire market and simplify the whole investing process. Also, index fund investing has outperformed the majority of professional investors over a 20-year period, which means that statistically you're going to make more money through investing in an index fund than you would with traditional investing methods. Number 10. Credit card churning. This method may be something you're not that familiar with, but it is definitely worth considering. It is partly passive and fairly easy to do. Using this method allows you to grow money way faster than investing it with a nearly guaranteed return. Here's how it works. So both credit cards and banks will give you a bonus for opening up an account and meeting minimum requirements. The bonuses are usually anywhere between $50 and $200, and the best thing is that it takes only 20 to 30 minutes of work, and there are also some websites that will give you extra points. For example, Capital One's server card will give you a $200 bonus when you spend $500 in the first 3 months. It also has a $0 annual fee and is right there. It's easy, and as long as you're following the requirements, you could potentially earn up to 40% return on your money in less than 100 days. The one trick to doing this is that you mustn't spend any additional money that you wouldn't have spent anyways, because otherwise you'll just be wasting money. This brings us to the end of today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell button so you can get notified whenever there's a new business related video ready for you.